What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome to my channel where we talk about everything there is relating to Amazon, selling on Amazon and making passive income and finally achieving financial freedom. So on today's video, I wanted to ask the main question. Can you start selling on Amazon in 2020? I mean, with so much negativity around Amazon, then going into committee hearings and potentially being, there's conversations about them being broken up. There's conversations about how Chinese are coming into all of the marketplaces and just flooding the products with it. There's so many, debates going on about their fee structure and how much they are taking advantage of their third-party sellers because they're getting too big, because they're getting too powerful. Is Amazon now becoming too competitive? And for example, with all the taxes that's coming in, is it actually even making sense for you to start selling on Amazon this year because there will be just no profit left at all? I mean, I could go on and on and on about all the negative things there is to Amazon. I mean, there is absolutely no control that sellers have over their listings. Amazon can take off your whole account in pretty much a blink of an eye and then make you really sweat and work hard to get your listings back and to get your account back in good order. There has been a lot of horror stories where sellers have been selling for so long and then all of a sudden, Amazon just for some whatever reason decides to block their account or temporarily suspend their account and their whole business gets shut down overnight. I mean, not to mention how the Chinese are attacking Amazon, UK listings pretty much on a daily basis by trying to hijack their listings, trying to reduce the prices and make sure to kind of price you out and kill off the competition, so to speak. In my personal opinion, the question is not can you start selling on Amazon? The question is, do you want to start selling on Amazon, and will you start selling on Amazon? Those are the questions that are far more important and far more relevant in my opinion, and let me explain why. First things first, all of this negativity that I have heard about Amazon, I have heard about it last year, I have heard about it the year before, and I've heard about it the year before, okay? Nothing changes. With every big company, there will be continuous more and more and more negativity come along the way, okay? The only metric that you want to see how Amazon is doing and if it's worth you starting to sell on Amazon this year is go on Google and type in Amazon share price, okay? And then when you type that in, you zoom out for the last 5 years and that will give you the most accurate picture of how Amazon is actually doing. And now, do you want to be a part of that company? Do you want to be a part of benefiting of the increase in online sales in pretty much every country around the world? To me, it makes absolutely no sense for you not to get into this, okay? Now, you might be thinking, but I've got no experience. I've got so much to learn. I mean, I don't even know where to get started. It's very, very simple. All you need to do is take one step at a time, okay? One step at a time. Today, just set up your own business, okay, on Companies House. It will only take you about half an hour and cost you about £12. That's it. That's it. You are done for the day. Next day, try and start looking into setting up a business bank account, okay? And get one set up, and that will take you about a week of waiting, or if you're using one of these smaller, sort of not necessarily smaller, but new age fintech companies, you can even do that within an afternoon. And that's it. And take one day at a time, okay? Don't get overwhelmed by the information out there on YouTube. Don't get overwhelmed by all the negativity that's out there on YouTube, because if you are looking for excuses as to why not to sell on Amazon, you will always be able to find them. My favorite ever quote that I've ever heard is, the reason of you not being able to achieve your dreams is the bullshit story you keep telling yourself as to why you cannot do it. And that was said by Jordan Belfort, who was played in The Wolf of Wall Street by Leonardo DiCaprio. I absolutely love that film, and I think it makes perfect sense. If you want to do something, you are able to do it. There is no magic formula, it's just putting in the time and the effort. Now, Some of you, just like myself, are very, very scared of failure. And I was exactly like that a couple of years ago. I was extremely fearful as to if I put in my money, then, what if nobody buys it? What if the Chinese just run away with it, etc., etc.? And yes, that is a fear, and that is very, very reasonable. However, it's exactly the same issue if you say lost your job, or let's say you had a car accident, or let's say you had something done to your house or something. There will be financial loss. The only failure, in my opinion, here is the fact that you are not going to try it. You have to try it, okay? You have to go for it. Do what I did. When I started off, I was scammed about Bitcoin beforehand, and I was scammed about iPhones and various things where I have actually lost quite a tremendous amount of money. So I was very, very cautious of how to start selling. So what I did is I wanted to learn the whole process. Okay, the whole process from start to finish, from buying from China, from sending it all over to the UK, sending it to the Amazon warehouse, and see how it all works. So what I did was buy 10 units of charcoal tooth paste. Okay, I got that shipped over to the UK via air shipping within 2 weeks. Okay, and then I sent it off to the Amazon warehouse, and then eventually started selling. The whole process took about 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I'd say. I obviously didn't make any money, and my point there was not to make any money. It was just to get valuable experience, just to learn. Now, if you're just as fearful as I am, you can do exactly the same thing, okay? It's not going to cost you anything at all. You're not going to make any profit on it, but you will gain valuable experience. If you have more money and a bigger budget, then you can start with something relatively small and light, and potentially look into making a little bit of money. At the end of the day, your first product is not going to make or break you, okay? It's just a learning experience. That's what you should see it as, okay? So that's the negative part. Now let's think about the positive. Let's think you do make it a success, okay? Let me rephrase that. Let's think what happens if you do make it a success. Let's just think one product, you're selling one product, and it happens to make you £30 of profit a day, okay? Doesn't sound like a lot, but over a month, that will be almost £1,000 extra of pure profit into your pocket, okay? Now that is very, very reasonable. I'm not talking about unreasonable numbers at all. This is very, very reasonable for you to achieve from one product, making £30 a day. Now have a think about, what would an extra £900 a month do to you? How many debts you can pay off. You could spend it more with your family and treat them to something nice. You can go on an extra holiday or two a year. What that £900 will do to majority of the UK population would be absolutely massive, okay? I actually have one student that does not want to make it at Amazon a big business and a full-time income. She is actually a nurse for the NHS, and she just wants to have an additional income to make her life a little bit easier. And now 2 products in, she's making about £1,500, and the only thing she has to worry about is restocking in time. That's it. She does what she loves, okay? She doesn't want to have a big business. She just wants to be a little bit more financially secure, which is absolutely fine, okay? That is something that you could achieve pretty easily and pretty fast, okay? Now, if you are one of those people that actually want to achieve financial freedom and working for yourself and not work for somebody else, then there is definitely opportunity for you to do so as well. All you have to do is just take the leap of faith and go for it. We also have examples where people have actually started off selling on Amazon whilst being the only breadwinner in the family with children, and they managed to learn about Amazon during their commute to work and from work, during the weekends, in the afternoons, evenings, whatever. They made it work. Now they're selling over £100,000, and they're thinking about potentially accountants, paying for VAT and all of those things that more established businesses start to think of. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you guys found this motivational and useful, and I really, really hope you guys start selling, because the only failure is for you not to try at all, okay? If you fail, try again. If you fail, try again, because eventually you will make it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.